Yo, shout out to the Most High. It's always eyes even when our Lord status L-Deez. Also known Lord to one for another episode I Need to Know. With my special guest. What's up, what?
What's happening, man? Petey Mack in the building, man. I'm back for the second time.
You back for the second time. You know what?
Second time coming.
Well, I guess you like even numbers in, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, for those that didn't see it the first time, why do they call you Petey Mack?
They call me Petey Mack because it's always been a family nickname. My pops gave it to me. My name Pierre, his name Pierre, but they wanted to give me my own name. So Petey was the original nickname. And as years went by, Pops used to say I was real charming with the older ladies, and everybody used to be like, "Oh, he's so cute, he's so charming." So he started calling me Petey Mack. So then that just became my nickname. Then I decided to rap, and it was just natural for me to use that name.
And did you ever have any other names besides that?
Yep, because I ain't gonna lie, I skipped my original nickname because I was so used to being called Petey Mack. I tried to come up with a rap name. You know what I'm saying? It was Player P.
Player P, huh?
That was the original
You
one.
stand with them P's. Since playing, everybody's pushing this P.
Man, I was pushing P, man, in the 90s, man. Way back, man. Like, way back when.
Do anybody got a song called Pushing P?
Yeah, Gunna.
Okay.
Yeah.
They say you got that from Oakland, huh?
Well, the term P is definitely a Northern California Bay thing, you know what I'm saying? But people all over the country, they been kind of saying it, but not trying to make it seem like they created it, you know what I mean? It's like, if you know, then you know. It came from us. It ain't really even got to be explained. It's like, it's the land of the P's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This where a nigga can just be on the phone like, what's up, P? You know
Yeah.
Your name ain't got to start with no P for a nigga to call you a P out here. So as long as you on some player shit, you might get lucky and get called a P.
hey, ass, you heard what he said? As long as, he said it so damn smooth. Yeah, as long as you a player, you might get called the P
I'm just
around
saying,
here.
everybody ain't gonna get called it. It don't fit. It don't fit everybody. It gotta fit, man.
Check this out, though. You said something interesting, and shout out to Gunna for having a song called Pushing P.
Shout out to Gunna, man. I like that album, too. It ain't bad.
Gunna Raw.
Yeah, I like that album.
So this is what I want to know. With everything touching, right? Do you ever feel like a lot of artists pick up the things that the Northern Californians do and then blow it up?
For decades, man. For decades. It's been like that. Well, we ain't really ever got our credit. And I don't like to sound like one of them bitter motherfuckers. Facts is facts, you know. As long as, perspective is everything. I just look at it like, they say imitation is the purest form of flattery. So I just like to look at it like we just ahead of the times, and motherfuckers take our shit and run with it, even though we don't get the credit. At least we know we created it. And if a motherfucker could take it from us and run and do something with it, why you could do something with it too, and you from here. So
well, you know what I'm looking at it like now that I'm really honing in on what's going on. I think that everybody bites things from each other.
And I was gonna say that too. That's probably why I ain't one of them bitter motherfuckers. Like we all pick up shit from other places. You know what I'm saying? I be more so now than ever, and that's the thing with me. This new generation, like I be clowning them because it's like y'all do more biting than y'all. We went from getting our shit stolen to us using everybody else's shit.
Break that down, P.
Easily. I'm gonna tell you.
Break that down, P.
Because it was a point of time. It was a point of time we wasn't saying thought. We was saying bops, rippers, runners. That's a Chicago term. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Ops. We didn't say ops. We said suckers. Whoever. You know what I'm saying? It was never no ops. That's another Chicago term. Chicago been kind of like, as far as influence, they been kind of ahead, like leading. Whether people notice it or not, the term drill started in Chicago. Now
for sure.
Now
drill music.
Now you got different types of drill music. You got Chicago drill. You got Brooklyn drill. You got them niggas in Jacksonville in Florida. They call their shit drill too. It's just a different sound.
Okay.
But it's all for Chicago. Nobody would even be using that term. That's a whole genre of music. It's basically records where niggas is really dissing the niggas they really funking with and shooting and all the shit.
That's what drill music is?
That's what drill music is. Chicago niggas started it as just another way to disrespect they ops. And niggas ended up getting signed, getting famous, and these motherfucking corporate record labels was like, oh yes, money.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay, okay. Hey, P.
Tragedy in the hood. Let's make some money.
Hey, P, you got a lot to say tonight, P.
Hey, man.
P for preaching tonight,
Yeah,
huh?
hey, nah, it is what it is. That's facts, man.
Yeah.
I hope niggas wake up and pay attention to what's going on.
So do you feel like hip-hop has been weaponized against black people?
Man, more so now than ever. Like, I used to didn't really think like that because I feel like niggas got a mind of their own. You know what I'm saying? They say we killed hip hop when West Coast niggas started rapping. They brought the gangster rap to hip hop.
Yeah.
East Coast niggas was like, man, they killing hip hop. It ended up becoming something beautiful because it's like, people were spokespersons for the shit that we was going through in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
I'm listening.
And it was real life. It's not like niggas was making it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is what's going on when I step out my mama's house. So why am I supposed to rap about this shit? Y'all, it's going on out there too. You niggas just want to spin on your head and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm talking like 80s. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about.
So like as time went by, it's always important to be, for the masses to know what's going on in the neighborhoods. And I think like the corporate people, they realize the labels like, it's a big market in this type of music. Let's exploit it. You know what I'm
let's
saying?
get off them African medallions and start throwing some gold ropes.
Let's throw some gold ropes around these.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get rid of Kumo. Let's get rid of African Bambaataa and KRS-One.
Well, you heard what happened to African Bambaataa.
You know what?
You know what's up with African Bambaataa ass?
We ain't even gonna talk about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
I mean, you've been speaking on everything else.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that.
I mean, you can speak on murders and shit, but you can't speak on African Bambaataa.
Hey, because it's a sad topic. It ain't something.
A nigga getting his head blew off is a sad topic to his mama.
It's levels to this sad shit. Hey, niggas get shot every day, B.
Or should I say P?
P. Damn, this nigga go. Hey, you know what? I set myself up for that one. Yeah. It's all good. But nah, look, on some real shit before I get off topic, let me just say this. These white folks, they been scheming off our lives and making motherfuckers feel like, okay, this is what you should do. Yeah, talk about that. And then, the kids listen to this shit. The reason why I think it's worse now is because of social media and this drill shit. These kids, you got kids so invested in what's going on with these rappers, like in their lives. Yeah. Like they picking sides and shit, and they in suburbs and shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When Hammer's like, they really with the shit. It's like, nigga, ain't nothing going on in your neighborhood. Sit your ass down. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like this generation is easier influence, and they taking advantage of it. It's no coincidence. It went from a point where rap was like at its pure, like when it started. When gangster rap started, most of the niggas that was rapping about it, they probably came from it. Then it got
what year are you talking about?
I'm talking like early 90s. 80s.
So that was when rap was in its purest form in the early 90s?
No, I'm saying, well, the 90s for sure. Yeah, just 90s period. But I just mean like, as far as the niggas that was rapping on some street shit,
yeah,
more than likely they lived it. Then it got commercialized. We had niggas that never lived it came out as gangster rappers. Yeah. And then it became the norm that more than likely this rapper that's supposed to be a gangster probably never did no gangster shit in his life. Okay. And then it kind of spent. Now we in a time where a lot of these young niggas that's coming up rapping and getting on, they really in the streets. Like, these niggas really doing the shit they rapping about. And they getting on and still doing it. That's why they all going to jail and getting killed. And it's like, damn, the shit went 180 all over again. Like,
so we gonna get into that. I want to know, how do you best explain what type of music you make?
Man, I like to call it, shout out to my nigga Vail.
Okay.
We was talking about him earlier.
Yeah, shout out to Vail, Live Wire.
We kind of coined this phrase like between me and him. And remember you was saying you was listening to my music and saying it was reminiscent of his. We called it like substance mob. Okay. Like mob substance. Like we come from that mob era.
For sure.
But at the age that we are, because we come from that era, we feel like it's important to talk about something.
Of course.
To put some substance in your music. Because at the end of the day, man, if you in your 30s and you ain't giving out some game, then you like doing a disservice to yourself and to the listeners. Yeah. You know, and that's just how I feel. And I've been blessed to be around, a lot of game in my life, so I know it, so why shouldn't I share it? And it ain't the wrong game, it's the right shit. It's the shit that a youngster might need to hear, because he ain't hearing that this other nigga said. He gonna tell you the good side, but he ain't gonna tell you the bad side. And he ain't gonna give you the real, because more than likely, he probably ain't as real as you think he is in the first place.
Yeah, that's real.
You know what I'm saying? And that's real, you know? And if, when you got kids and shit, nigga, if you really from there, you from them trenches, nigga, and you got kids, and you doing everything in your power to make sure your kids like you growing up, then you stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know too many niggas like that, because where I come from, niggas want to get their kids up out of that shit. They don't want them to go through what we went through or see what we saw. And that's how I been. Shit, my oldest finna be 13, squared in a motherfucker, straight A's.
Yeah.
Got him in private school. They gonna be something with us. He gonna do something with his life.
That's cool, man. I mean, you know, I was gonna say, so do you consider your music conscious?
That's the thing. I wouldn't go that far, and I don't like to put myself in a box, because at the end of the day, you know, if you was to label me conscious, then you're gonna hold me to that standard, and it's gonna be a song you're gonna hear. You're gonna be like, oh shit, like damn, did he just mention a gun? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna hear me on no song like, nigga, I got 20 bodies. You know what I'm saying? That's not me.
But does the fact that somebody has a gun in their music discredit them from consciousness?
Not at all. I think consciousness is when you raise consciousness to things in your music. So a part of me definitely is conscious. But I wouldn't just say I'm just conscious, because I know some rappers that's with that label, and they don't make the other type of records that I make, whether they be like for the ladies or on some street shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't want motherfucker to, like a viewer, to get it fucked up. Like, put it like this, and I didn't give myself this name. In the hood, they calling me the West Oakland Nas.
Okay.
And I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up off Nas, and I understand why they say that. That's basically them giving me my flowers, as far as, nigga, you be talking about some shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, right on. You know?
Would you consider Nas conscious?
Yeah, but no. Yes or no.
Okay.
I think I fall right in whatever lane he in. You know what I'm saying? Like, but just a newer version of it. Because I grew up off Nas, and I watched Nas as an artist battle within himself.
Yeah.
You know, I watched him go from, my boy, I see you, I see you. I watched my boy go from like super conscious seeming, like first album, conscious. Then he hit the whole Escobar thing, you know.
You think Illmatic was conscious?
Fuck yeah, man. It was very
It was
poetic.
It was poetic.
It wasn't conscious, because it was still very street.
It was very street, but it was poetic.
But it was a view of the streets we hadn't seen yet. It was like a poetic view of the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was different. Everybody else came with the more edgier view of it. It was still just as gritty, but just his delivery, the way he presented it, was way different.
It kind of reminded me of like if it's off, but it reminded me of Ice Cube's first album, America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, I get what I can see why you say
it. Was a dark album. It seemed like it was gray days. It seemed like it was gray all the time. Overcast. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's why I like Belly. Nas' character in that movie remind me of who his music is. Like, he a street cat, but he deeper than the average street cat.
That's right.
That's me.
That's you.
In a nutshell. I'm a street nigga, but I'm just deeper than the average nigga from the streets that rap. You know, and that's just from experiences I done had in life, and just feeling like if I got the gift to take my thoughts and to cultivate them into these substance-filled songs, then why not? You know what I'm saying? And then it'd be like therapy for me when it should be done and I listen to it. Any rapper that's listening to me right now, I'm going to tell you right now, ain't no greater feeling than listening to some shit that you made and be sitting back like, damn, I can't believe I made that.
Yeah.
That's the best feeling ever.
What song did you make? What song did you make that made you feel like that the most?
I got a couple of them, man. The first one I ever did was called Darkness Bright. And I was basically just talking about all the partners that I lost in the streets, and I touched on losing my granny. And it was just a very heart-filled record. I just recently, on my new album, Mack Music 4, The Golden Child, that just released last week, go get that. I got a song on there called Living For, featuring a beautiful voice. Her name is Rhea Zenobia. we grew up in church together, man. Sang in the choir. She sung on the hook, man, and that song, man, it just every time I listen to it, it's like, damn, I made this. It's like a record. Like,
Yeah.
you can't hear it. You would listen to it, you wouldn't know where neither one of us was from. It's a record. You could play that motherfucker all over the world, and somebody gonna feel that. So yeah, that's on the new album, Living For.
Talk about the new album a little bit. Start off with some of the features that you got.
All right, I ain't got too many. The biggest feature I got on there is my boy Cool John. That's my brother, man.
Smop Life, shout out to Cool John.
HBK, man. Shout out to my brother, man. We got 20 years in. That's my brother for real. It's way deeper than music. We went to school together.
Where did you meet him at? What school was that, man?
Fucking.
You know, niggas always say they go to school with niggas. What school you knew the nigga from?
We went to a very unique school. That's why it's crazy. It was motherfucker about this big.
Yeah.
It was about 40 kids in the whole school. It was like a charter school, all boys, all black. It was called Malcolm X Academy. The teachers was Muslim. The lady that ran it, she was Muslim. Everybody, you called all your teachers brother, whatever their name was. So, and Sister Nia, she the one who ran it. She was like the principal.
So back then, was he Cool John X?
Nah, yeah. Cool John X.
You know what I'm saying? Nah. Shout out to my nigga John.
Hey, nah, for real. None of the kids in there really was Muslim. We was all just hella bad, really. And and his schools didn't want us, so they put us in there. All our parents probably had the same idea. Yeah. Put some discipline in these motherfuckers' lives.
For sure.
So that's what that was.
So how did y'all meet each other?
In class, we was the two newest niggas at the school. I got kicked out at my elementary school like 6 months in. There's only like 3 months left. So they put me, my granny put me in that school. Then a week later he came. So naturally, being that we was the two new niggas, we just like clicked up. You feel me?
For sure. Was y'all rapping back then?
I was rapping, and he always tell people like, man, before Petey, I never met a nigga that rapped. The only rappers he saw was on TV and shit. Yeah. But I used to have my composition book, niggas just filled up. This in the 6th grade. And I'm already filling up composition books. And then I didn't see him for like 2-3 years. And when we got to high school, we ended up going to the same motherfucking high school too. So yeah.
What high school was that?
Deanza in Richmond.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Was it any other MCs there?
Sure was.
Man, name some. Run that bag, man.
It was me. Cool John, my nigga Love Rance.
Love Rance, man, he'll beat the pussy up.
Beat the pussy up. Shout out to Love Rance. It's an R&B singer. He was HBK gang. Go by the name of Rossi.
Rossi?
Yeah, we all went to school.
Will he beat the pussy up, man?
My nigga Rossi, man, he been going crazy, man. we was fucking around, and we all went to junior high together too. Yeah. Everybody that I just named, we all went to junior high together too. And not to toot my own horn, but toot. Nigga, if you ask any one of them, they'll tell you, nigga, Petey was going crazy back then. Yeah. And he the reason why we even took this shit serious. Like, he kind of motivated us to start rapping.
So was you a battle rapper back then?
I was. I used to be like in the hallways just tearing niggas up. Nigga, I'd be coming out of class and somebody would run up to me like, Petey, bro, nigga said he could see you, man. Woo. So yeah. Where he at? You feel me? Go over there. Next thing I know, it's a whole motherfucking crowd around me, and I just show out.
Wasn't the teachers like wanting you to rap in class and do paperwork and shit?
Some did, some didn't. Some felt like it was a distraction. Some like embraced it. The older I got, the more embraced I was. By the time I got to high school, just the entrepreneurial spirit in me, I was burning CDs. I was making mixtapes, my own songs over like radio songs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then burning like 100, 200 CDs. Writing on them, taking them to school, selling them for $5. And I had a teacher, man. Shout out to Mr. Husser, man. I always tell me he was my favorite teacher. And he got to the point where he had like make an announcement, like, hey, Petey Mack, he got an album, he got a mixtape dropping on Friday. Make sure y'all support.
How old was he?
Shit, he was in his 50s.
Oh, white,
a middle-aged white dude, man, hella cool. He was in the music. He played the bass, and he used to play like on the weekends. I think he was a part of like a cover band. So he thought that it was dope that I was into music, and he was my psychology teacher. He also told me I was probably one of his favorite students he ever had. We just clicked.
That's cool, man. You know what's crazy? How you spiritually connect with some people.
Man, the randomest people. And I went through school not really tripping off teachers. I didn't really had a closer relationship with my teachers until I got a little older. And that was for a reason, because I was fucking up.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it ain't till a nigga care.
You know,
then you start building relationships with your teacher and shit. You know, just might have to talk to him about your grade one day or something.
Hey,
shit.
one time, look, shout out to my teacher. I hope he ain't dead. His name was Mr. Tackett, right? Jesus. He was a white man, and then he was white, and of course I'm black. So when I used to come in late, he used to go like this. Hey, Lawrence, you're a little late. And I say this, no, don't you come around here making no trouble now, Tackett boy.
I know he could stand your ass.
We used to have a ball with that shit. He was my photography teacher.
Man, every so often you get hit with a cool ass teacher, man.
Well, you know what I'm learning about life though? If you a cool person, then you attract cool people.
Cool attract cool. That's a fact, man.
Yep. I read in this book called The Master Key System that more gathers more and less gathers less. Which means that if you not in a good spirit or something like that and you may be really upset, then your energy is going to touch everybody else and then it may go down. But if you just this bright light and you feeling good, you're looking on the ground, you're finding money, you know what I'm saying, and everything is up.
It's all up. It's all up.
So let's get into your album, man.
Let's talk about this album, man. So,
I love the intro.
You love the intro? Dim Lights. Man, that song is getting a response like I never thought it would, and I appreciate it. So thank you. I appreciate that. I've been getting a good response about that song.
The beat is knocking. Hard. It ain't got a whole bunch of stuff going on in it.
Yeah, man. Sometimes less is more.
That's right.
You know, them 808s. Yeah, I had my producer. I work real close with my producer. This cat, man. Shout out to Vidal Garcia, who on fire right now. That nigga just produced 5 songs on Burner new album.
Okay.
One of them got Rick Ross, Nas, and Jadakiss on it.
Okay.
The other one got Todd Dolla $ign on it. The other one got Rod Wave on it, and the other one got Lil Durk on it.
So I gotta ask you a question about him.
This is my in-house producer.
Can I ask you a question about him?
Yes, sir.
Is he a P?
He a P, man. He a P for sure, man. That's my brother. He a white boy too. He go crazy. Shout out to Vidal, man. But yeah, I be coming to him with ideas. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll leave.
Where did you meet him at?
I met him through the most randomest motherfucker. I met him through a nigga that I never saw again. Like, I met dude.
Hold on, let me get props out to Amtrak. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, shout out to Amtrak, man. You know, we really in the town with this shit. You feel me?
For sure.
Real town business.
They going to stock.
If you don't believe us, you heard the Amtrak.
For sure.
But, I was, this was back in high school. I was painting houses for this little summer job. And this was this square-ass nigga that used to paint houses with us. He used to try to rap and shit with us. And he was like, bro, I got this white boy. He got a studio in Pinot. He make beats. He rap. He sing. I'm like, what? Yeah, you're right. He like, nah, for real, pull up. So I pulled up one weekend and met him with him. Me and P just hit it off. His name was P Child back in the day. That's why I call him P. But we hit it off. I never seen dude again. I was 17 at the time. He was 14. Yeah. I'm about to be 35, so the rest is history. He one of my son's godfather. His mom look at me like a son, and I've been blessed to have him as a producer and an engineer for
a brother.
And a brother and a godfather for the last 18 years. And to see him get to where he at right now, I'm just so proud of him. He really going up, and it's nothing that I'm not surprised, because I've been telling niggas he was the dopest.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm really proud of him. Every time he called me with some news, I promise you, it feel like it's me getting, like it's like it's happening to me.
And that's how you know that you really care about somebody. You know what I'm saying? Real. That you happy when they happy.
Man, he sent me a text like 6 months ago out of nowhere. He ain't even hella like emotional like that, but he sent me a real nice text and was just like, man, thank you for always being you and never made me question your loyalty after almost 20 years. And I don't know what he was going through, but I was appreciative of the message, and I had to just return the love, because I could say the same for him. He just been solid 20 years, man, solid. And I mean, it done been times I didn't try to pay him for shit, and he won't let me.
Yeah,
that's just him. But yeah, shout out to my brother Vidal Garcia, man, solid dude.
Okay.
So yeah, we work closely with a lot of these beats. I come to him with, like, sometimes I even bring reference tracks and just give him my idea. Like, I want my 808s like this, or I want the hi-hats like that. And then I just sit back and watch him do his magic. So yeah, Dim Lights, it was one of the last songs I did for the album. A lot of these songs been done over a year. I just been putting out other projects while I was sitting on this, because it had a certain sound, and certain songs didn't fit the sound, and and they created other albums. So I just had this like in the cut. Like when I get ready to put that upbeat sound out, I'm gonna fuck them up with Golden Child.
Cause I heard you a dope artist. You know, I heard some of your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I'm impressed.
That. Thank you.
What do you? Oh, don't leave me hanging on camera.
I didn't even see it at first.
So check this out. What do you think is preventing you from being the next big guy or the next thing? What is the obstacle?
Shit, I don't know. I don't want to sound like one of them mad rappers. You know what I mean? I think it's just finding a balance of what I like to do and what people want to hear. You know, I was just talking to my boy about that. As an artist, you definitely you can't be one of them. If you in it for business, you can't just make personal music, because that's literally the opposite. Meaning, like, you can't just make music that you like. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay attention to the masses, pay attention to the audience, pay attention to what motherfuckers is doing and liking, and then within your own boundaries of yourself, find a balance and tap into that, without compromising who you are as an artist. Because me personally, I like to, I come from like spitting, lyrical. I used to listen to a lot of New York cats,
Oh, for sure.
growing up in high school. But I understand the climate. I know that the masses, they don't want to think.
They can't digest all that.
They don't want to think too hard. They want to bob their head and they want to feel. They want to be able to feel good.
Yeah.
So some music is based off the feel. And a lot of it is. That's what a lot of music now is. And some music is based off what you're saying, because it'll stimulate certain thoughts in your head, and that's the introspective shit. There's always a lane for that, and that's why I'll never give up on that. But I also understand that if you're gonna call yourself an artist, you should be able to challenge yourself and make other types of music. You don't want to be a one-trick pony, And I only know that because it's not a coincidence that the people that we hail as the GOATs was able to do that. And
like who? Give me an example.
You got Dear Mama. You got Toss It Up. You got Keep Your Head Up. You got How Do You Want It.
But that, okay, I got to say one thing on that. I just want to elaborate on that. That's still within the compass of who he is.
Of course. That's the whole point. I feel like as a human being, we go through every emotion, right?
Yeah.
So as an artist, we should be able to make music for every emotion. There's days where I just want to sit back and be in deep thought. I should be able to make music for that. There's days where I want to turn up and dance. I should be able to make music for that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Me and Mr. Fab, we was talking about versatility the other day, right?
Exactly.
And
that's the word.
Do you know, or would you agree with this? Do you think that sometimes people be used to you sounding one way sometimes, that if you come out sounding different, even if it's equally good, they have a problem with that?
They condemn it, yep. Because some people, they get fixated on what they like when they first heard you. They don't understand that as artists, just like as human beings, everybody evolves.
Yeah.
So you're not going to always sound like the first shit you heard me do 10 years ago, because I'm 10 years older. I done been through 10 years worth of shit. I done did 10 years worth of music.
Yeah.
If I'm sounding the same 10 years later, where's the evolution in me, as an artist? So, yeah, I think you ever notice, people always say, I like this older shit. I think a lot of times that come from artists getting comfortable and not being as hungry, but I also think it come from people just wanting you to stay who you were when they first started liking you. You know what I'm saying? And
I think it's a combination of both, like you said.
It's a combination of both, because I've seen rappers get stagnant because they got the bag, they got their first dope album, they on tour, they get lazy as far as the work they put into their craft. You know what I'm saying? And now they there, they like, I'm here, nigga, I made it.
Like if you just bust down a whole Rick Ross check or something like that, right?
Right.
And you was now a multi-millionaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that you would make the same music and rap about the same stuff?
I mean, it would change a little bit, obviously, but I'm not the substance, though. I'm not going to lose who I am. Obviously, I'm with that check, I'm able to experience things I couldn't before. So just like anything else in my music, it all comes from my experiences. I'm not no made-up artist. My music reflects my life and my experiences. So, yeah, it's an artist named Russ, and he got a song and he's talking about that, and he's like talking to his fans, basically saying like it's impossible for me to not rap about newer shit when I'm experiencing a lot of newer shit. You know? I just think it's important not to lose sight of yourself. Yeah. And I've seen plenty of artists make millions and millions of dollars and stay true to themselves as an artist, as a person. I think that all come with who you are, a character. Because on the lower scale, we done seen niggas in the streets like that. You know, nigga ain't had nothing, and however he came up, once he did, nigga switched up. His whole act different now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, that happens. So it happens on every scale in life, whether you in the streets, in the music business, but you got cats that really get to the bag and they stay humble, they stay themselves, and they stay who you met. You know what I'm saying? But you'd be lying if you say you don't get $1 million and your rhymes don't change a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Your experience is different. You're gonna travel. Hopefully you're gonna travel. Hell yeah, I'm gonna be rapping about everything I done seen. I'm gonna be in motherfucking Dubai, Africa. I'm gonna be talking about some shit, you know?
Do you kind of feel like being in Oakland is a rough city to come out of with all the crime and stuff like that?
Most definitely. I mean, you know, Oakland is, my whole life I've always been like top 10, one of the most dangerous cities in the country. You know, it go through waves, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done watched, now I'm older now, I done watched it go through waves, like where it be hotter than usual, you know what I'm saying? It dropped down like around 2015, 16, it was kind of quiet. Yeah. But right now it's loud than a motherfucker. It's loud right now. And it's crazy because it's national. It's not just Oakland, it's every little hood, every little hub, major city hood is just like turned up right now. You know, I be on YouTube watching these videos like, oh, okay, it ain't just Oakland, nigga. It's LA, it's St. Louis, it's Detroit. It's all these cities where it's been bad. It's just worse right now.
What do you think the cause of all that madness is?
Man, a little bit of everything. Like I said, the music play a part now because it's like more so than ever with this drill shit. That's the new way of funking. Niggas just get on songs and they dissing niggas dead homies, and it ain't no ain't no rules in this shit no more. Niggas just like whoever could be the most disrespectful, all in the name of clout or some attention, and this is all it's doing is adding flame to the fire. I think that social media is way easier for a nigga to diss. You know, you could just add a nigga, or you could jump on a nigga post or whatever. Back in the days, you literally had to catch a nigga in the streets, you know, and it wasn't that often. Now you could see where a nigga at on social media and catch him lacking, whatever the case may be. Aside from that, the other thing, as far as our city go, is all this clicking up shit. It just made everything a lot more hostile because now you got hostile territory surrounding each other and shit. So that's this new generation, though, you know.
So you said you 35, right?
Through the grace of God, if I make it, 35 in 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Happy pre-birthday, man.
Right on, appreciate it.
So how do you move to stay safe in this city?
Stay up out this motherfucker as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Shit, because at this point, man, I'm living for my kids, man. When I was outside for me. I wasn't living for nobody. You know what I'm saying? And at this climate, it don't make no sense if I ain't got no business out here, literally like business that to tend to be out here, because I don't live out here no more. You know what I'm saying? So like, fuck, I'm gonna drive 45 minutes from the suburbs where I done worked hard to get to come to a fucking war zone. Yeah. When I gotta take my son to fucking baseball practice tomorrow, like shit, nigga might not make it back home. You know, not to sound dramatic, this shit real. Shit, nigga, I've been moving like that, and just still moving like that. I still ended up just getting hit. Shit, 6 months ago.
6 months ago. Talk about that a little bit.
Man, I had a fucking show out here, Oakland, downtown, with my nigga from the city, and I came out the suburbs a little too early. I got down here and I was early, and he was coming from the city. He ain't really familiar with Oakland like that, so I just told him to meet me in the hood because he know my hood. We done shot videos down there and shit. So I told him to meet me in the hood. Pulled up to the stove, bounced out, went in the stove, got a water, came out. I'm talking to my OG. He literally giving me my flowers. Like, Petey, bro, niggas is proud of you. You really doing your thing, raising your kids, man. You out the way. you done bought you a house, man. You doing better than a lot of these niggas out here still outside selling dope. You know, just keep doing your thing, nigga, and stay out the way. Appreciate it, Unc. Right on. Boom, boom, boom. Walking in my car, nigga, I get a fucking text. Look down. As soon as I look down, nigga, 100 shots. So, yeah. I just tried to get up out the way, and before I could, totally, because I was on the ground, I ended up catching one in the bottom of my foot. Motherfucker went through the bottom of my shoe, broke my heel in 4 places. For all you that don't know orthopedic terms, it's called a motherfucking comminuted fracture. I learned a new term.
Hey, could you say that a little bit slower, Pete?
Comminuted fracture. It's when your bone break in 3 or more places, and it's normally from a high impact. So it's only people that get them kind of breaks is if they get hit by a car or a bullet. Oh, yeah. That's it. So yeah, my heel was broke 4 places, came on my ankle and clipped my Achilles tendon a little bit. So yeah, it's been a long road to recovery. I couldn't walk at all for like 4 months, and yeah, man, I had a lot of time to think while I was sitting on my ass, you know.
What time of day was it?
Broad daylight, about 4:30.
Damn.
Yeah. Sun was bright, shiny. It was July, summertime. That's when it get real hot in these streets.
Yeah.
But nah, man, yeah, shit. Like I said, man, if anything, I was mad at myself more than the motherfuckers who hit me. Because, like, I knew better. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't pay my dues. I did all them years in the streets, never got hit, you know, through the grace of God, never got shot, wasn't killed, obviously. But a lot of my niggas can't say that. And that's why I moved the way I moved, because I'm like one of the last of the Mohegans as far as my peers go. Like, most of my partners been dead. Both my best friends was murdered, you know, at different times of my adulthood. One was murdered when I was 21, and the other one was murdered 3 years ago, you know. So I always just move, you know, a little different than the average nigga, just because I take my life serious. I got more to live for, you know, than a nigga that don't. Shit, I got kids that really depend on me. You know, I got a family that really want to see me thrive in life. You know, I done been through a lot, so it'd be a shame to get this far, and then just throw it all away and let somebody steal me like that. So I just be trying to stay on my toes. But hey, even then, all it takes is a hit. Put your head down one time. That's reality, and it's really didn't put a lot of shit in perspective for me, because I thought I was smarter than the streets. It's like, nigga.
Didn't you learn that it could happen to anybody? Wasn't that the moral of the story, or things happen so quick?
That is a moral of the story. Like, I used to pride myself on, nigga, I don't be hanging out like that. I pull up to the hood, I fuck around, and I cut. I be hitting and missing. Like, I keep it moving. All it takes is 5 minutes. That's all I was outside for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, nigga, all it takes is the pull up. No matter how long you in that motherfucker.
Didn't it sound like it was lasting forever?
It was like that shit slowed down, and it was like eternity. Like, it was like the bullets was just nonstop, just waiting on the motherfuckers to stop. But by then, I was already hit. I knew I was hit, but I just stayed down, then jumped up, just got in my car, drove the fuck off on my shot foot too. I tried to jog my left, nigga damn near crashed. So I always told myself if I ever got shot, I was gonna stay calm. It's sad, nigga, I think like that, but that's the life we live. Like, I've been telling myself for years, nigga, like, if I ever get shot, I'm not gonna panic. I don't care what situation I'm in, and I didn't panic. I stayed on my shit and got up out of there, and, you know, made it up out of there. No arteries. I almost hit an artery. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. Was that your first and only time being shot?
Yeah. I ain't never been hit. I was like the last nigga to get shot. All the niggas that's still alive, they been shot too, you know.
For sure. Did anybody pass away from that shooting?
Nah, it was like 20 niggas outside. I was the only one that got hit. That's the cold part. But I'm glad, you know. I don't want to see nobody lose their life.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, one of my big homies ended up losing his life not too long after in the same spot. A few weeks later.
Who?
H.
Yeah, Harry.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Harry Lawrence. I was in 9th grade with him.
Yeah, that's my big homie. He came up with my aunties and my cousins, all my older cousins, and I grew up with his little brother. So,
yeah.
You know, we from the bottoms, man. Our families go generations back. So if you're from my hood, you know everybody know everybody. If you really from there,
yeah,
you know niggas' grannies and shit. So
Yeah, he was one of the first people that I actually ran into. He was the one that was telling me who Felix Mitchell was in 9th grade.
He knew, huh?
Yeah, and he
Him
knew.
and his brother, rest in peace, Ratio.
Yeah.
Them niggas, when I was kids, they was the biggest people I knew.
I believe that.
Like the biggest and tallest. Them niggas was like Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Like big. Especially when you a little nigga.
Yeah.
They was hella big. You know, he's still hella big. Even as a grown up, I used to be like, damn, nigga.
He was like, what, 6'4"?
About
6'5"?
6'4", nigga.
With three what,
something.
40?
Yeah, 3 something.
What, in 9th grade he was that big?
Like a fucking wrestler, nigga. Like the motherfucking nigga, like the Big Show, nigga. Shout out to Harry. I love you, nigga. Rest in peace.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, did that unfortunate situation, you getting shot, did it change kind of like your energy in this new album?
Yeah, but for the good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's like I'm on some celebrating life type shit right now.
Okay.
Cause it definitely, you know, going through some shit like that, it could do one or the other. It could put you in a dark place, or it could make you see the light. You know, per se. But like I say this shit literally maybe once a day. Perspective is everything, and everybody's perspective is different. So it all comes down to your perspective and your character and who you are as a person and how you handle traumatic situations. I done been through a lot of traumatic situations. Just added on to the list and put it on my belt. I done handled them all differently, you know. But as you go through them, you learn, and then you know that if you get put through another one, how you gonna handle it.
That's right.
So a situation like this, where my life could have easily been taken away from me, but it's still here. It ain't nothing but a blessing in a good perspective of celebrating life, being here for my kids, and just going harder with this music shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I got to ask you a question, man. You 35 years old. Do you consider yourself an OG already?
Man, young OG. I mean, definitely. Shit, 35? Hell yeah. And even when I was a youngster, I had an old soul.
Yeah.
So I think I earned that title by now. You know?
Do you think OG is...
Not because of my age, just because of the game I would give out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, at my age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't just talking gangster shit. I ain't just talking streets. I really be talking to youngsters who willing to listen, because I don't want to come off like no preacher. But anybody that's willing to listen, I'm going to give you my honest opinion about
What's wrong with
shit.
preaching? It start with P.
You know what they say, you could lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you got to want to listen.
Yeah.
For me to want to talk to you. You know, so if you want to listen, I want to talk to you.
Well, let's segue. I got to ask you this question. Do you think that you could ever work at Juvenile Hall or something like that?
For sure. My mom always said I could do something like that. She always, when I was in high school, I used to get, I almost got kicked out of my junior high. I was selling weed 6th, 7th grade. And
this fool had the bag since he was 2.
I swear to God, nigga, I was the weed man.
Weed man.
They tried to kick me out, and they had to put me in this program. I had a separate counselor, like a gateway counselor, and she convinced them to keeping me in. So then when I went to high school, you know, I was still doing my little dirt, but I was just smarter with it, and I wasn't getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up still like staying close to the gateway program. We ended up going. They used to pick me up from class and take me to the middle schools, talk to the kids and shit.
Yeah.
And at first, I was supposed to just be like, if somebody didn't show up or whatever, I'd say something. I used to just play the background. And one day, this dude, he just got cold feet. He didn't want to do it. He got nervous. So then it's like, all right, Pierre, can you do it? And I'm like, sure. So I ended up going up there, and I had a real story, because I'm literally like telling these kids, like, man, I was sitting in these seats, not paying attention. Well, you know, I had a real story, whatever. They ended up like going to our teachers and telling them, hey, we need him to like lead these classes from here on out. Like the kids love him. And then like one of the kids was like the sister of a girl I went to school with. And she was telling everybody while I was talking, oh, he rapped. And the teacher heard her, and she was like, well, you want to rap something for us? So I rapped for him in class and all the shit. The kids asked for my autograph and all the shit.
Yeah.
But, I always talk to the youngsters. And my mom always said, people will listen to you because you've been through it. You lived it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm listening to you. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not
Very
a kid.
persuasive, huh?
But, you know, it don't feel abrasive.
Nah. It's real, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like, it's a difference. Like,
yeah.
some people be like, nigga, don't do that. But you kind of come off as like, Hey man, don't do that.
Yeah.
But see, I would say this: I wouldn't do that if I were you.
That sound like you though. Hey, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I be doing that too. Shit, to my kids too. Like I be telling them, and I put them eyebrows up. Like, hey, if I was you, I wouldn't do it.
I tell my son, don't do that. Not because I don't want you to hurt yourself. I just don't feel like getting up and whooping your ass.
Straight up. Hey, hold on, but I don't want to lose sight of the album real quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the features.
Yeah.
Cool John on there, and then I only got 2 other features. Well, 3. My brother, my blood brother, AR-15. Shout out to little brother.
Shout out to AR-15. He a rapper too.
Nigga go crazy. He just dropped the album too. Go get that. It's called R&P.
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 That letter.
Rhythm and pimping, man. and then my little cousin on there too. We all Hudsons too. Our daddies are brothers. LB, he on 2 of the joints.
Okay.
And then I got Rhea on the song I was telling you about, Rhea Zenobia. And while we talking about the album, I got something for you.
You got something for me?
I got something for you. You my brother, man.
Okay.
What that nigga Smokey told Craig? Nah, I know you don't smoke, right?
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he got the backpack. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what's crazy about the backpack? when rappers come in here with backpacks, I'll be like, what's the caliber?
Hey, nigga, I just got hit 6 months ago. That bitch ain't in my bag. It's on my hip, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
But look, I know you don't smoke.
Oh, I fuck with incense.
But I know you got to light something, candle or something.
Oh, these is raw.
So that's the album cover. So the album cover is really special to me. Just to give you a better look. This my mom and my pops and me back in like 88, 87.
Okay.
Dope era. You see the chain. See the feeler. You see the name stitched in my shirt. You feel me? Lil Pierre stitched in the feeler. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it's always been a special picture to me because my parents, they separated before I even had a memory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was raised separately by them.
Okay.
So it's just dope to see the union all in one, you know. Cause that ain't something I grew up, not just on no sobby shit. Pops,
man, check this out, man.
Pops was always in my life.
I mean, you could talk about the union with your family.
Yeah, Pops was always in my life. You feel me?
Keep it lit, man.
Keep it lit.
Look, keep it lit, man.
Nah, Pops was always in my life. I just never seen him and Mom's together. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
And so it was just a beautiful picture to me, and it always meant a lot. So I was like, why not put it on the Golden Child album, make it the cover?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And these lighters, just like this picture, it got the QR code. And you scan that with your phone, with your camera, and it'll take you straight to the album, the whole album. You just download it.
Hey, you be doing some genius shit, huh? This is how you probably used to market your weed, huh?
Speaking of marketing, man, let me just go ahead and shameless plug the business. So these was created by the business, LLD Prints. You can go to LLDprints.com or you can go to Instagram at LLD Prints. We do stickers, lighters, keychains, buttons, but more importantly, we do funeral programs, a.k.a. obituaries.
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
When I went to go get my T-shirts done, right? It was a dude in there. The dude that was making the motherfucking obituary, he was making an obituary for somebody for their job. He was fabricating.
Oh boy, hey, we didn't got a couple of them. We didn't got a couple of them, man. Like,
you heard what I said, Steve?
Hey,
the nigga didn't want to lose his job.
People really do that shit. We didn't got 2 of them. Motherfuckers had to make a fake obituary so they lose their job because they didn't lie and said they didn't went to a funeral. Nigga, they making sure we get the dates right and all this shit. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But shit, if you willing to pay us, anybody out there that need obituary, false obituaries, we do them. We do them with no judgment, judgment-free zone. LLDprints.com, man. You know, real entrepreneurs around this motherfucker.
Hey, man. Hey, while we on it, man, I want to ask you something, man.
What's happening?
Do you view gangster rap based on everything that you said? Is it divisive to the youth?
I mean, yeah, it can be. I feel like it's just about the message. Whatever you talking about, your music can be gangster without you encouraging motherfuckers to go kill each other.
Do you think that motherfuckers is glorifying this shit or are they teaching?
I feel like half these niggas ain't even doing what they rapping about. That's the bad part too. Like, you niggas is y'all in mansions and nice neighborhoods with a bunch of birds chirping and shit. And then you go to drive to the studio and make records like as if you waking up in the trenches, going outside on some GTA shit, making it sound so easy and doable and tangible to these kids. And then they go out there and do it for real and throw their whole motherfucking life away or get killed while you sitting in a motherfucking penthouse somewhere, nigga with hella security and nigga police following you everywhere you go. That shit just whack, bro. I don't know. I just feel like nobody staying true to themselves, you know? I feel like, nigga, you could be gangster and still not perpetuate the shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's something gangster in knowing not to do that. That's gangster.
Yeah.
That's gangster. Like, nigga, I did this. I'm going to tell you don't. Because, nigga, when we was coming up, that's what it really was.
Yeah.
OGs gave you the game. They wanted to keep you out of this shit. If they saw you in the streets during school hours, nigga, they was on your ass, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, it was structure. It was order, and it was rules to this shit. And it just ain't no more.
Well, see.
So they can have this shit.
So do you think
Fuck the streets.
Do you think part of it is that people want to be seen so much?
That's the biggest part. So I'm gonna tell you what the look, man. My uncle L-Deez, shout out little partner, man. He said what I said, but way better. He said the root of all evil ain't money no more.
It's attention.
It's attention, and attention, aka clout, aka and invalidation, aka clout. Everything now is done in the desire of validation. A nigga be broke as fuck in real life, but as long as he can make people think on Instagram he not broke, he okay with being broke in real life. That's okay. Because when he go on the gram, it look good. That's how psyched out niggas is now. That's how psyched out they is now. I got a line in one of my songs. I said, I'm from the land of the peas, raised by the Titans. Biggest names in the game gave me that guidance. You niggas lame, it's a shame, about to get indicted. Show it all on the gram to get the bitch excited. You know
Just
what I'm
like
saying?
that.
Shit's stupid. Stupid. But hey, more power to you. I think it's the endorphins, man, the dopamines, man, them likes. You know, they say them likes, it's like equivalent to a cocaine hit.
I believe that.
No, science say that, nigga. It hits certain endorphins and dope, and it release dopamines in your brain. It make niggas feel good, like a drug. It's a drug for real.
So you think that social media is damn near the devil?
It's the damn near. That's the devil cousin. Motherfuckers related for sure.
For sure. So what videos you got out?
Right now I got I just put out Dim Lights, the intro.
Yeah, I'm checking that out when I get to the house.
Yeah, that's clean. And it's crazy because I'm plugging Lil Bro again. Shout out Lil Bro, AR-15, my little brother. This is third video. This shit so clean. When you see it, you're gonna be like,
is
wow.
he shooting it?
He shot that bitch. He got the drone in the camera. He shot it, edited it, the whole thing, and it came out fucking fire. That motherfucker cinematic because his lens is so crisp, man. That motherfucker look like a movie. So yeah, shout out to Lil Bro. We shot it in Sac. I was all on top of the fucking roofs of the buildings and shit, and he took the drone and flew it around and shit. And it's a good look. Like I said, everybody love that song, so I'm glad I picked that song.
So you got any shows out here in the Bay, whatever?
I ain't got nothing like right now within the next few weeks. I just had two. I just did two. I did one in Marin, then I did one out here in Oakland, and then I did my boy album release. I performed there too, but it was all good timing because it was right around the time the album dropped, and I brought a bunch of lighters and stickers, and you know what I'm saying, just networking, getting back in the groove. Cause yeah, like I said, getting shot kind of set me back. I missed like the whole second half of the year. It's crazy. I had just did the interview here, and then a couple months later that happened, so it just kind of set me back. So yeah, I'm getting all that back on right now. That's why I'm here talking to my brother, man. You know, tapping in with you. You know, you told me when I saw you the last time, and when you drop an album, pull up. Yeah, and I held you to it.
For sure, I'm glad you pulled up, man.
Yeah, man, I have to, man. You know, I gotta show love to you. You know, my boy over there. And to the whole, you know, Fame Media, I Need to Know podcast. And then also, you know, obviously the selflessly plug this album, man. Mack Music 4, The Golden Child. It's out on all streaming platforms.
Before we get out of here, I got to ask you one question.
What's up?
Do you think that it's too many rappers?
It's way too many rappers. But you know what? I don't want to be that guy. Keep rapping, everybody. Pursue your dreams. You never know. You might be the next big thing. You know, I don't want to discredit nobody. I just know it's different levels of these rappers. There's some people that take it very serious. Yeah. Some people that do it as a hobby. Sometimes me, the niggas that get on. But, you know, whatever you doing, I just ask that you put your all into it and don't make this shit look bad. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Because it is an art. It's an art, and I don't ever want a motherfucker to forget that. This shit is an art form, and we should treat it as such, as artists. You know?
For sure.
And that's it.
And why don't you drop your line where everybody can find you at again?
Man, you can find me on Instagram at Petey Mack 1420. That's PETEYMAC _1420 1420, man. And that's about it, man. Go get that album, man. PETEYMAC. I just dropped about 4 projects in the last 12 months. So it's a lot of music you could go get. If you ain't heard none of it, I'm going to give you a heads up right now. It ain't that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If you want to dance, I got that for you. If you want some shit to put you in deep thought, some introspective shit, I got that too. You want some mob shit, I got that too. You want to shake your ass, I got that too. You know what I'm saying? You can't put me in no box. I'm the jack of all trades. Petey Mack.
For sure, man. Well, thanks for coming out. And
Appreciate
I'm L-Deez, also known Lawrence of One, for another episode of I Need to Know. And as usual, come on.